That's what they're for, to slip. I don't know why. Dad, why would anyone want to buy slippers? Why would anyone want to buy slippers to slip? My friend Peter, he slipped once and he tore his tricep. Slipping. It cost him, well, not him, his father, $5,000 for an operation to repair the tricep. So, Dad, why would anyone want to buy slippers to slip? Dad, I got to admit, today in the car, that was classic. That was classic Peter and David. That was classic Peter and David all the way. You would love my friends Peter and David, Dad. They're like you, but they're not like you. The good part of you, they're like today with the cop. Dad, you let him have it. You let that cop have it. What a piece of shit. Those cops are losers. All the kids in my school, Hall High School, every kid in there who wants to be a cop, you were right. They're the biggest losers in the school. These losers are the ones running our communities. Dad, you're so right. I loved it. I was sitting in the back glowing. I was sitting in the back glowing, Dad. Dad, your lines. I'll tell you, I'm a comedian, I'm funny, but I can't write the material. But Dad, the lines that you come up with, Dad, they're classic. They're unbelievable, Dad. I tell my friends the shit that you say to me. It's mean, Dad, but it's funny. It's classic, the lines that you come up with. You should have been a comedy writer, Dad. And you're funny. It's not funny because you're saying the shit to me. But if I saw you saying that shit to somebody else, I got to admit that it's funny. You're a funny guy. You're mean, but you're funny. You're funny in a mean kind of way. You're mean in a funny kind of way. You know what I'm saying, Dad? I loved it today with the cop, Dad. How many fathers talk like that to cops? Not many. I think if everybody talked to cops like that, maybe they would do the right thing with the wings in their one and only Samantha Hahn. But they're so lost in the dread of the head, that their egos. You gotta understand, if they're all the biggest losers, like you said, in the school, imagine, they're always trying to be tough, Dad. And they want to get back at all the kids who picked on them and made fun of them. You know, there's a few good ones. They're not all bad apples, Dad. Not all of them. But like you said, 99.9999999% of them are bad. They're worse than bad. And you should see the way they treat my friends Peter and David. But they do shit like you do, Dad. And they never do nothing wrong. They look like guys, the kind of guys who would do everything wrong. But they don't do anything wrong. These guys they don't do nothing wrong. But they're like Martin Luther King and JFK. They always speak out for the truth, Dad, no matter what. No matter what, they lay it on the line, Dad. And they hate cops like you. Maybe even more than you. And the cops hate them. Gordy. Gordy. Gordy.
I've heard it all my life, and I'm glad. People say you're a lot like your dad. Something in your face, something in your heart, something forever. But he and I know what in common we both share alike. It was sunset as he pointed out the colors being painted in the evening sky. What a gift was given through my father's eyes.
Gordy, why don't you bring these guys over here? Why don't you bring these guys over here so I can meet them? Why don't you bring your buddies over here? Why don't you bring your buddies over here so I can meet them? We'll make a cookout. Why don't we do that, Gordy? We'll invite them over here, we'll make some steaks. Some good filet mignon. I'll have Joy cook it up for them. You want to do that, Gordy? Would that make you happy? Huh? Why don't you invite these guys over here? I'd like to meet them. You're always talking about these guys, Peter and David. I want to meet these guys, Gordy. They sound like good guys. So why don't you bring them over here? They could take a dip in the pool. Do they like pools, Gordy? We got a nice pool here. We got nice grass here. We got a nice den with a TV. Would you like that, Gordy? Gordy, would you like that if we have your friends over here for some steak? Take a dip in the pool. Huh? So let's do that. Let me slip out of these slippers. I gotta slip out of these slippers, Gordy. You know, Gordy, whenever I put these slippers on, you know what? I feel like that guy. That Playboy guy. You know the Playboy guy? What's that Playboy guy's name? You know the guy. Always around the girls. The girls. He's with some beautiful girls. I wonder if they like him because of his magazine. Or if they like him because of his gadoobities and gadobbities. You ever think about that, Gordy? What do girls really want in a guy, Gordy? Come on, Gordy. Look at that guy. I mean, he's not terrible looking, right? He's not the worst looking guy in the world, but he's not the best looking.